Will GameStop be the reason that the stock markets crash? Is GameStop the thing that pops the bubble? Today we're going to talk about that. So welcome to The Lion Show. I'm your host, your favorite business coach, Robert Lyon. Please like and subscribe and share if you get anything out of this video. Everything I say in this video is just my pure opinion, and I am not a financial wizard or guru or anything. I do not have any credentials. You do not have to listen to me. Listen to me at your own risk. And this is for entertainment value, all that stuff, so don't sue me. Now, let's get into this crazy theory about essentially the massive bubble that we're in, the struggle that we have going forward, and we're going to talk a lot about GameStop, AMC. I'm invested in both, actually, so I'll get into that. But this is kind of an interesting, weird thing that could be leading to a massive crash, and I'm going to tell you about that right now. Okay, so 2006, 2008, the banking or the markets crashed. There was a huge economic bubble, popped, housing market, everything went to shit. Ever since then, they've been trying to figure out how to get back out of that debt. And basically what they've been doing is they've been getting over leveraged ever since then because they've been borrowing money, they've been doing all kinds of stuff. And then in 2 days when the whole coronavirus thing happened, everything went to shit. All of it went down, and these big hedge funds, these big brokers went to Jay Powell or whoever was running it with the Trump administration and asked, well, how can you help us? And they said, no, we can't help you. We can't give you any money because we're in the middle of a job crisis. We can't afford to bail out these massive hedge funds. So what did the hedge funds do? The hedge funds decided that they were going to basically short the market. They're going to liquidate their assets. And what's going to happen is, what might happen is all these hedge funds were going to try and liquidate their assets to make back their money. So what they're doing is they're pumping the stock market to record incredible highs, which is why the S&P right now is at all-time highs for no reason. Our economy isn't doing well. Our businesses are not necessarily making that much of a massive return on investment. We're not making more money because coronavirus. We're all stuck at fucking home. Maybe we're buying shit on computers. Maybe the tech stuff is going up, but it's way overvalued. And this is because the hedge funds are essentially planning to figure out a way to make their money back. So they're taking these massive squeeze deals, which is the essence of how this whole GameStop thing started happening. So GameStop was one of the most shorted stocks in the S&P or wherever the fuck it is. And what happened is they were basically all betting that because no one is buying video games, they're all downloading them, we're going to essentially short this stock because it has no value. And one guy, the guy that actually is the dude in The Big Short, if you ever watched that movie, it's him. He was all in at like $6, and he said that there was value. He kind of played the markets. Who knows how or why he knew that GameStop was going to do something, but he owned like $1 million worth of $6 shares, and now it shot all the way up to $300 to $400 per share. Anyways, what's happening is there's these hedge funds, right? And the hedge funds are heavily invested in shorting GameStop, not just GameStop, but many other stocks, because they're trying to make their money back, because they've taken out these massive calls, they've taken out these massive options to make money when the stock goes down. They're shorting the market, and they're trying to truly basically manipulate it so that they make a bunch of money. So what happens is if GameStop stocks go up to 300 or above and it holds there for a long time, what's going to happen is all these hedge funds are going to have to buy more into the stock market to make it so that they lose less money. And we're talking about like trillions of dollars of money because of how much they have bet and how much they have taken a loan out to get this money from other people. So what does this mean? This means that if GameStop stays above $300 and makes these hedge funds lose their billions of dollars, these hedge funds are going to have to try and make their money back by shorting other stocks and pulling out their assets from their portfolios to pay it back. So This is our grandparents' money, our money. They're going to have to take all the money they have invested in all these other corporations. They're going to short them so they don't lose as much money, and then they're going to pull out their stocks and they're going to cash in. And this is what's going to cause the big market crash. Damn! Let me see if I can explain that better one more time. Long story kind of short, a lot of these stock brokers or hedge funds are basically just getting exposed as crooks. They took way more money than they had. They took way more money and they basically made these bets, and the bets are getting called out by people who are on Reddit. What is it called? Wallstreetbets, and they're all coming together and they're trying to basically create this infinite money machine where if a stock is shorted, right, a heavily shorted stock, and instead of the price going down, the price goes up, the hedge funds have to buy into the stock to make money going up instead of losing all their money by selling the stock that they thought was going to go down. It's kind of confusing, but it essentially makes this perpetual money loop that the Redditors and all the people that are in on this are trying to cash in on. But if all the contracts that they sold are naked contracts and they don't have the shares to cover, and it stays over $300 in the money on top of those contracts, there's potentially trillions of dollars losses that they're going to have to try and recoup. So $1 trillion is what these hedge funds are freaking out about. It's what's going to cause the friggin' whole thing to go nuclear, which is ridiculous. And it's not just one brokerage, it's all the brokerages that sold contracts to basically short these things. So in order for them to cover, they're going to have to liquidate the portfolios of our parents, of our 401ks, or I don't know about 401ks, but our savings accounts and stuff that we have with these brokerages that have been watching the money forever to pay it back. Goddamn crooks. It's crazy. And then and if they have to cover their asses, right, they're going to start liquidating their long portfolios, but they're going to be doing it by liquidate it, but they're going to short the retail market. They're going to short the stocks that they've been in for a long time. The Facebooks, the Amazons, and everything's going to have to go back down so that they can buy back in to make their money back. But they're going to try and make money both ways. So that's how they do it, these fucking people. They try and make money when the stocks are going down. They try and make money going up. But because they lost so much money when we try and short these bastards, or push them basically into this like short squeeze is what we're calling it, this is what makes it such an interesting game that we're playing right now. So they're going to try and short these stocks so that they can buy back to recoup all the losses, the $1 trillion in losses that they lost on this whole thing. So if you think about it, this is the start, potentially, hypothetically, of a stock market crash. This is the sign. And the other sign is that everybody's buying into the stocks for no reason. They don't know why they're doing it. They're all just a bunch of monkeys. I'm doing it too. I'm a fucking gorilla, or whatever the fuck these people are calling each other. A smooth brain fellow. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know. This is pretty crazy, man. This is just like some next level shit. Yeah, if you think about it, this could be just how in debt are these hedge funds. If they're $1 trillion in debt on top of their losses that they're taking now that they're trying to make their money back, and they're crooks. So not only are they crooks, so we're losing all our trust in these hedge funds, but they're also getting caught in their own game because they're the ones that manipulate the market. But if they lose all their money, they're going to end up shorting all of the retail markets, and then they're going to have to, because they're going to short, and then they're going to liquidate their portfolio so that they can buy back in to these stocks at a much lower price so that when it goes back up, they can make their money. But we're already on such shaky ground, we're already in a shit economy, that this could be the reason that pops. So GameStop could be the reason that it pops. I hate to be morbid. I hate to be that guy, the conspiracy theorist, but it kind of makes sense, and it's kind of fucking creepy. Anyways, let's talk a little bit about the stocks and what they did today. Full disclosure, I am currently invested in AMC, Nokia, and GameStop. Mostly just because I kind of want to be part of the revolution. Just, fuck it. I don't know. But, I mean, let's look into the after hours. So today is February 1st. Everybody bought GameStop on Friday, and it was going up. And then, actually, on Thursday, it peaked. So on Thursday, last Thursday, GameStop went straight freaking nuclear to the goddamn moon. $483 is the high. And then as soon as it hit the high, it completely crashed all the way back down to 80, then popped back up to around 200. So today is Monday, and it kind of did what I assumed it was going to do. I bought in, though, and I still am losing a little bit of money. But I'm hoping for Tuesday, tomorrow, I'm hoping that the GameStop will go back up and recoup some losses. In the after hours, though, it's already down negative 40 more points, which is quite a lot. Might actually be a good way to enter. But tomorrow and Wednesday are really going to be the days that we're going to see if the, Redditors or whoever the heck these people are, if all the little guys have run out of steam, because the hedge funds obviously don't want this to go any further. They're really trying to scare tactics on everybody. I mean, when the stock's going up, of course everybody wants to buy, but when it starts going down, that's when people start to sell their stocks, people try and get out of their positions, people start to freak out, so people are usually not supposed to be doing this sort of bets with money that you care about. This is more of a thing that it's just kind of fun to be part of, so I would encourage, buy a share. Why not help the brothers out that are trying to fight against the big guys? AMC, I'm going to talk about real quick. AMC did the same thing. It basically spiked up last Thursday, or actually last Wednesday, all the way to $20. As soon as it hit $20, went down, went back up to $20 again, tanked on Thursday, and then this morning it actually went up really good. And I was kind of hoping, oh man, we're gonna go to the moon. We hit about a resistance or somewhere around 1725 was the high of the day, and now we're back down around 1330 at close, and then into the after hours though we're already down $1.26, which is 1204. My theoretical predictions are going to be tomorrow we close around 15, maybe a little higher. I'm hoping a lot higher. And that's my bearish quote. It could go down $8, which would really suck because I'd lose some money. But I think tomorrow morning we're going to go back up, and hopefully we see some green. I don't want to encourage anybody really to do anything foolish, but if you do want to hop in and you see profits, take your profits. You don't got to listen to all of the hype that's on Reddit about, throw your life savings in and hold forever. But it'd be good, have some diamond hands and join the revolution. It's pretty fun just kind of having a whole bunch of people talking crap, sharing memes. Everybody's apparently a stock wizard now. I'm one of them talking to you. But I've been trading for a long time, and I love stocks. So let's just talk a little bit about if this is the burst of the stock market. If apparently the math is if the GameStop goes back above 300, right, then the naked calls that are going to expire for these hedge funds, right, is going to lose them $1 trillion. It's for some amount of all of them. And they all took these loans out to pay these off, and that's what's going to pop the bubble. So if the bubble is going to pop, again, don't listen to my financial advice. Whatever, do you. But my go-to things are investing in volatility. These are not stocks that if everybody bought, we would make any money, so you can't do that. But VXX is an interesting one, and UVXY is one that I'm invested in, and I'm waiting for it to go down some more, and I'm going to purchase more. Right now it's at 1344. But what happens is when there's fear in the market, the volatility goes up. So if you want to hedge your bets against a maybe coming crisis, which tends to happen every March, and then they make all their money back for the rest of the year. That's kind of the theme. But this one's supposed to be worse than it ever is before, and people are always saying how bad the damn freaking markets are going to be and how much they're going to tank. So it's all speculation. There's much more intelligent people online probably talking about this, but I like those stocks. The other thing that can happen is if we've been having a lot of uplift in the technology department, you know what I mean? So the SQQ, or not SQQ, that's the one I want to buy, the NASDAQ is all tech, and we've had a massive, massive run for tech this year because of coronavirus, and we've all been inside. So another thing that could happen is if the markets decide to flip and the tech stuff ends up tanking because we start going back to a retail market where we start opening up, we start getting vaccines. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen. But another play is SQQQ. That goes up when NASDAQ goes down. So I'm just saying if NASDAQ seems like it's about to fall off, SQQQ is a fun play. So those are just some things to protect you if you got some money invested in the stock market. Could be a good way to hedge your bets, hedge your losses. Yeah, I don't know. This stuff's kind of cool. I'm really hoping that AMC goes to the freaking moon. That's just my full disclosure. And I mean, I kind of like Nokia. I don't have too much love for the stock. I think it's cool. I think they teamed up with like Cars or something, or maybe that was BlackBerry. AMC has literally nothing going for it, to be honest. Like, nobody's going to movies right now. Their profits are probably complete crap. But if we did get vaccines and it did go up, maybe it'd be worth investing. But it's just kind of one of those stocks right now that's really popular on this thing, the Wallstreetbets. And it's just, I want to see it go to the friggin' moon. I wanted to see it do the same thing that GameStop did, where we catch the hedge funds in a short squeeze and we force them to buy more, because that's what's going to really launch the price into $50 range, $100, could be $200, depending on how freaking nuclear it goes. And if that does happen, that's awesome. Another thing that's kind of interesting is that Robinhood has totally bit the big one. They were like everybody's hero. They were the go-to trading app. And the reason that they like froze everybody's account, they made it so you can't even trade GameStop, you can't trade AMC because of volatility, because all this stuff. That's the reason that they stopped it, though, was because they're afraid of a whole freaking nuclear meltdown of the whole stock market because of these poor baby hedge funds losing $1 trillion of money that they shouldn't have been messing with in the first place. It really goes to show you, like, who's running these hedge funds. Like, they're just some lucky losers who just are bad with their money, you know. Damn. Like, I need to get that job. So, I hope that everybody who is using Robinhood, you can switch over to TD Ameritrade or Fidelity. I, for some reason, see whenever I trade on Fidelity, all the stocks are like 2 cents cheaper. I don't know what it is. They just seem to have better deals, and they don't seem to wreck you. And TD Ameritrade is awesome. I have an a Roth IRA with them, so all my trading is tax-free until I pay for taxes 50 years from now, which is actually totally stupid when I kind of did the math. But it's still a way so that you don't have to pay a lot of taxes if you make a lot of money this year, which I'm hoping I make a lot of money in my stock trading portfolio this year. And you know, that's my tips. That's pretty much the tips of the day. I've enjoyed talking to you guys about this stuff, so please subscribe, drop a comment, hit me with a like. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to talk about, and please subscribe. That really helps me get motivated and keeps kicking out this awesome content. Peace. Have a good day. Share this thing with everybody, too, that you know. Late.